everybody. We have a special treat today. It's Justice Bartlett and Embody Me on Ways to Heal. Welcome, Justice.
Thank you. Glad to be with you.
So tell me a little bit about Embody Me. What is it? I mean, I have experienced Embody Me and I loved it. So I know what it is, but I want you to share with our audience.
Embody Me is really, it's all about coming into yourself fully as an embodied being at all levels, and allowing for the parts of identity that are disharmonious with who our real, true, deeper self is to naturally surface and to fall away. I genuinely believe that healing isn't about anything that you add to a person or anything that we really do as healers or practitioners. It's really just allowing for disharmony to be recognized, for the burdens to be acknowledged, and then from there to allow them to be released. And what happens naturally is the self emerges. So Embody Me is all about the naturally emerging self.
Right. It's kind of like letting go of all the layers that are blocking us from being true to ourselves and feeling. I mean, my experience in working with you is like I feel joyful after. I feel kind of tingly.
That's a very common response, yes.
What kind of changes have you seen in your clients?
Oh, I so love it. It's this wide, amazing thing all across the board. So people immediately in session will usually go from feeling cornered, blocked, stressed, to relaxed, at ease, physically, mentally, emotionally, deep emotional releases, profound identity reorganization, diseases disappearing, spontaneous healing of the body, spontaneous healing of relationships, total reorganization of who a person thinks they are and what they're here to do, shifts in business, in abundance, in financial states. It's all energy, so it's all connected and it's all possible. The breadth of the miraculous is just astonishing. It's part of why I do what I do. I love it.
Yeah, I can see you're full of juice and excitement, and it's lovely.
And my little puppy dog tail wagging.
Exactly. Has anything surprised you since starting this modality?
Yeah, everything surprises me. So much surprises me. It's sort of sit back and be amazed, honestly, that if there was a process to it, it's click in, notice what you notice, and step back and be amazed. Recently I had an interaction with a guy who I'd never met before, had a little bit of practice with some meditation and stuff, and one session, and his whole everything just came open and came undone. And we were working on, he wanted to shift his job situation. He wanted to become available to a different job opportunity, and what showed up was all of this amazing, like, conglomeration of, like, ancestral energies, burden, martyrdom, victimization stuff, and it all bubbles to the surface and it comes out, and we're looking at it and tracking it, and at one point it showed up as him being on a spider's web, and by the end of the set, pinned on a spider web, right?
Yeah.
And by the end of the session, he was no longer pinned. He was bouncing on the web like a trampoline, and he was aware of all of these ripples coming off of it. And so he calls me for a follow-up, and he's like, I don't even know what's going on. He's like, I had this experience of having this meltdown during, like, watching a basketball game, and this energy came when I was like, it came through so clearly. It was like, you got anointed.
Wow.
You went from being like, I want to change my job to like, I have unknown cosmic energies anointing me and like getting my attention in a moment where my energy is at peak level, right? It's just, and it just keeps going. It's so incredible.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Now, how did you develop this? I mean, I know it was based on some of your father's work, but it seems like you've put your own touch on it. It's very much your creation, Embody Me. How did it come about?
So it's very personal to me. When I first started engaging with my father's work, I was in my own process of healing. I had been a meth addict and I had all the problems that went along with that for 7 years. And so I was so disconnected from my body when I started my own healing journey. I went into massage school 6 months into my recovery, and I could barely be touched. My nervous system was so flayed. I was so just hypersensitive and raw and just full of debris, just tons of toxicity.
Wow.
So through the physical work, which I do as a massage therapist, and through the learning of the anatomy and then bringing the intuition into what I was feeling in my own body as it became alive and awakened and healed, right? This Embody Me is what kind of emerged, and this desire to help people step into that own process for themselves in their own unique way. But what I find in a fair amount of spirituality is it doesn't acknowledge the body as the full vessel of necessity that it is, as the sensuality, as the context, the real nitty gritty. And I find that's really, really important, not to get into these ascension tactics, getting away from the body, but to come into the body to fully embody it, embrace it all the way to the cellular level, to know yourself that thoroughly inside out. And from there, everything reconfigures, everything rearranges. The way you carry your weight changes. I find people spontaneously lose weight. I don't monitor mine in the way that I used to. It's not an issue because I feel so fully the just expression of consciousness through the body vehicle. Pains change. A lot of our pains are stories. As the stories come up and go away, the body moves naturally into who it is and who it wants to be.
That's amazing.
It's a full
I don't think we realize.
Scale.
I think so many people just repeat their story over and over, and they don't realize that they're creating this pain in their body.
Absolutely.
So what would you like your potential clients to know about Embody Me?
You already have whatever it is that you need inside of you, and through whatever experience that you're having right now, be that a physical crisis, emotional, relational, money, whatever it is that is causing your attention and focus to notice, this is the catalyst of bringing your awareness to the foreground. This is the catalyst for your recognition of your own wholeness. And as Embody Me, my role is to act as a facilitator and a guide through opening that up within you. And it's an honor and it's a pleasure and it's a collaboration at so many levels that leaves you empowered, more joyful, more capable, with more choices.
So great. I love it. Now, we did that fantastic exercise at the beginning, moving into our heart center. Is there any tool that you could share with people?
Oh, the heart, I mean, the primary relational, everything. Drop into your heart. Your heart is your most powerful energetic field of your body. It's 5 to 10 to 50 to 500 times stronger than the brain. The field of it, the electromagnetic field, the energy that's emitted. Drop into your heart. Notice what you notice when you feel there. And from that space, notice what you connect to, how that's different. The head tends to organize, judge. It wants to either legitimize or delegitimize things. It gets very enmeshed. And the heart, you come into the heart and it's, this is what is. It's softer. It's more fluid. It's allowing. And it's also you saying, I don't know and I don't necessarily need to know, but I'm available. And the second you go to available, you become more powerful. And from that place of power, more choices open. So heart leads to power, which leads to choices. We don't have as many choices when we're not feeling empowered.
So true. I see that all the time.
Right?
Thank you so much, Justice. It was wonderful to have you on the show, Ways to Heal. I'm thrilled that you shared your knowledge and wisdom with us, and I am so grateful you're doing this work. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. I appreciate it.
All right. Take care.
You too.